Yes, Mukesh. Hello. Hi, Mukesh. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Hi, Kuldeep. I'm good. So far, so good.
Okay.
Yeah,
So this is our today is second episode of our series for ISO 13485 2016. Okay. So yesterday we were discussing about the definitions. Okay. We covered up the content definition, the scope of the standard. Okay. So now let's start with the distributors. Okay.
yeah.
So if you want to take this one first.
Definitely.
Hmm.
So the distributor is the one of the important aspect that we need to discuss in terms of the definition of the ISO 13485, the regulatory standard. Basically, what is the content of the distributor here? The
Hmm.
natural or the legal person in the supply chain who, on his own behalf, further the availability of a medical device to the end user. Mean to
Correct.
say that the distributor who can provide the medical devices to the retailer or to the end user through the proper supply chain, through the proper supply chain activities from the manufacturer to the distributor and distributor to the retailer and retailer to the end user. So this is
Okay.
the complete supply chain activities, right,
Hmm.
Kuldeep?
यस यस करेक्ट। तो जो भी हमारा मीन्स
Medical device.
मैन्युफैक्चरर के बाद प्रोडक्ट रिलीज होने के बाद okay, तो जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हो रहा है, जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन प्रोसेस है, ओके, तो उसमें डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर के मल्टीपल लेवल्स हो सकते हैं। कोई रिटेलर है या कोई होलसेल डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर है। ओके, so those could be different things, okay, but that comes under a distributor as a definition. Okay. So now implantable medical devices. Okay, so this is like something very much interesting. So
Yeah.
like when we will discuss about the definition of medical device, okay, and there something will come up, okay, implantable medical device. So medical devices which can only be removed by medical or surgical intervention and which is intended to be totally or partially introduced into the human body or natural orifice or replace an epithelial surface of or surface of the eye and remain after the procedure for at least 30 days. Okay, so means koi bhi device hai, okay, if it is
Hmm.
going into our body, okay, and uh, like medical or surgical intervention required to implant that body or sorry that part or that device or remove that from out of it, okay, that is called as a implantable medical device. Means whatever we are implanting into the body of a human or the patient, okay, so that is called as an implantable medical device. Okay.
कुछ
And
एग्जांपल भी आई
mm,
थिंक वी शुड नीड टू
yes,
डिस्कस हियर.
correct, correct.
राइट.
So for example, let's say hip joints है या हमारा stents हो गया, okay, because that
स्टेंट्स
will
हो गया ये.
remain there longer than at least 30 days. अगर उससे पहले बाहर निकल के आ रहा है, that is removed from there, then it will not be called as a implantable. जैसे कैथेटर है या यूरिनर कैथेटर है, okay, उसको
राइट.
डाला और कुछ प्रोसेस कुछ टाइम के बाद उसको निकाल लिया, then that will not be called as a implantable medical device. Okay, am
सो
I correct?
इम्प्लांटेबल मेडिकल डिवाइस वही होगा जो एटलीस्ट मिनिमम दैट विल बी रिमेन एज ए 30 days inside the body.
Hmm.
Okay, after 30 days, the caregiver or physician or the doctor can remove once the
Hmm.
activity will be completed inside the body.
Hmm.
Uh, so the intended use of that particular medical device will be completed within the 30 days. Then it will be removed by the physician or caregiver or doctors.
Correct.
So that
So
is called
here,
implant.
hmm, here is one more interesting thing. The definition of implantable medical device includes active implantable medical device. So just I want
Correct.
to bring one more clarity here. So like implantable medical device could be active or inactive. So like as we gave example, stent or hip joint replacement, okay, or knee joints. So those are like inactive implantable device means those are means what we say active हम किसको बोलते हैं which requires energy to operate, so those are called
Correct.
as a active implantable medical device or active medical device. Those require energy to operate. Okay, so let's say pacemaker we can say that is a active implantable medical device, because that requires power to operate. Okay, but hip
some energy is required.
yes, yeah, अगर hip joint है या आपका knee replacement है, okay, so that will not that is a implantable device but not active. Okay, so moving to the next
Right.
one, that is our importer. So
Yeah,
yes,
so
Mukesh,
natural
over to
or
you.
legal person in the supply chain who is the first in a supply chain to make a medical device manufactured in another country or jurisdiction available in the country or jurisdiction where is to be marked. So importer may be the legal person who can import the medical devices for their under jurisdiction from the manufacturer side. So who can supply their medical device from import side, right? Kuldeep?
Correct, correct. So means basically manufacturer के बाद जो भी person है, okay, that is importing the product, okay, or the first person in the supply chain, okay. So means
Right.
importer है, उसके नीचे distributors हो गए. If any product we are importing from outside country, okay, so that person who is a legal person who is importing it, that is called as the importer, okay. And then downward it will be the distributors, wholesale distributor, retailers, as you explained, Mukesh, while we were discussing about the distributor. Okay, so that is the first person in the supply chain, okay, after the manufacturing in another country. Okay, means इंडिया में मैन्युफैक्चरर हुआ, हम यूरोप में भेज रहे हैं, वहां की किसी कंट्री में भेज रहे हैं, तो दैट पर्सन हु इज इंपोर्टिंग ओवर देयर, दैट विल बी कॉल्ड एज ए इंपोर्टर. Likewise, same in India. If someone or any organization or any person who is importing from outside into India, that will be called as a importer.
Import.
Yes. Now labeling. So labeling is label, instruction for use, and any other information that is related to identification, technical description, intended purpose, and proper use of the medical device, but excluding the shipping document. Okay. So whatever the information where we are giving the information about means related to identification. Okay. Anything related to identification, technical description, intended purpose, and proper use of the medical device, but excluding the shipping document. So shipping document doesn't come there. जैसे कि invoice हो गया या sales order हो गया या any other distributor related document we are sending out. Those are not labeling. बट लेबलिंग जो भी है, जैसे कि मेडिकल डिवाइस के ऊपर कुछ लेबल लगा दिए जो प्रोडक्ट इंफॉर्मेशन बता रहा है, कैसे यूज कर रहा है, उसके ऊपर साइनेज होते हैं, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एट और मैन्युफैक्चर्ड बाय, कंपनी का नेम होता है, उस पर प्रोडक्ट का नेम होता है. सो ऑल दोज कॉल्ड एज ए लेबलिंग. ओके, और आईएफयू जो जाता है उसके साथ में, दैट आईएफयू और मैनुअल, okay, which we sometimes user refers it to operate the device, that is also comes under labeling.
So whatever the definition and terms we are describing here, so for each terms and definitions there is a specific process in quality management system, like the labeling procedure, packaging procedures. Importer के भी अपने process होते हैं, procedures होते हैं, how to import the product, how to keep the product, how to storage and distribute the product, right? उसी तरह लेबलिंग के भी प्रोसीजर्स होते हैं. जो जितने भी हमने भी टर्म्स एंड डिफिनेशन देखा है यहाँ पे, ये सारे के प्रोसेस डिफाइंड होते हैं. प्रोसेस में एक्टिविटीज होती हैं, रोल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती है, स्कोप होती है, सब सारे डिफाइन होते हैं कैसे करना है. तो जस्ट यू आर सुपरफिशियल, वी आर रीडिंग द डिफिनेशन एंड वी आर ब्रीफिंग नॉट इन डिटेल, बट या फॉर अंडरस्टैंडिंग हम लोग बता रहे हैं कि लेबलिंग क्या होता है, उसकी डिटेल क्या होती है, ये सब सारी हम लोग भी डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, राइट? We'll more discuss in detail in our rest of the clauses in ISO 13.
Correct. So let's quickly move to the manufacturer.
Yeah. Nice. The manufacturer.
So manufacturer is natural or legal person with responsibility for design and or manufacture of the medical device with the intention of making the medical device available for use under his name, whether or not such a medical device is designed or manufactured by that person himself or on his behalf of another person. So manufacturer is the legal person or organization or any body who is manufacturing the device or designing the device for the intention of device making available for the use under his name. Okay. So
Correct.
that's
So
called as
manufacturer
a
कोई भी हो सकता है who
Hmm.
having their license to manufacture the product, वो चाहे क्लास 1 हो प्रोडक्ट या क्लास 2 या क्लास 3, तो डिफरेंट क्लास के लिए डिफरेंट सर्टिफिकेट लेने पड़ते हैं। वो
Hmm.
करंट रेगुलेट लोकल डीसीजीआई से भी लेना पड़ता है अगर लोकल मार्केट करना है, और अगर आपको सेंट्रल डीसीजीआई से भी लेने पड़ते हैं, सीडीएसको को भी लेने पड़ते हैं सर्टिफिकेट। और अगर आप दूसरी कंट्री में जाना डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन और सप्लाई करना चाह रहे हो तो मैन्युफैक्चर को उसके लिए भी सर्टिफिकेट लेने पड़ते हैं, जैसे नोटिफाइड बॉडी से लेने पड़ते हैं। यूएसएफडी के लिए अगर यूएस कंट्री में है तो यूएसएफडी का लेना पड़ेगा, यूरोपियन है तो यूएमडीआर के लिए जाना पड़ेगा। सो दैट विल डिस्कस मैन्युफैक्चर रिक्वायरमेंट इन डिटेल इन क्लॉजेस वाइज in another session of this another regulatory requirement. सो दिस इज द बेसिक थिंग। सो मैन्युफैक्चर के लिए बेसिकली होता क्या है कि लीगल पर्सन होना चाहिए, उसकी अपनी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट होनी चाहिए, उसकी प्रीमाइसेस होनी चाहिए, उसकी रिक्वायरमेंट जो रेगुलेटरी स्टैंडर्ड की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है कि कितना स्पेस में हमें मेडिकल डिवाइस की इंडस्ट्री लगानी है, उसमें क्या क्या इंफ्रा होनी चाहिए, क्या सेटअप होनी चाहिए, क्या क्लासिफिकेशन होनी चाहिए, तो ये मैन्युफैक्चर के सारे डिटेल्स हो।
Correct.
Yes.
See here, one more term is mentioned here. Manufacturer has ultimate legal responsibility for ensuring the compliance with all applicable requirements. Okay, that is manufacturer responsibility. Second here is, which is very much important, manufacturer is ensuring or having responsibility to include meeting both pre-market and post-market requirement. Okay.
Yes.
तो प्रोडक्ट बना के जस्ट बेच देना ही नहीं है। ओके, वॉट एवर द पोस्ट मार्केट रिक्वायरमेंट्स आर देयर, तो उनको वो पोस्ट मार्केट रिक्वायरमेंट को भी मीट करना होता है। ओके, सो दैट ऑल मैन्युफैक्चरर हैज टू डू। ओके, एंड डिजाइन एंड मैन्युफैक्चर, तो डिजाइन से लेके मैन्युफैक्चरिंग तक, तो दोज एक्टिविटी कुड बी लाइक may include specification development, production, fabrication, assembly, processing, packaging, repackaging, labeling, relabeling, sterilization, installation, remanufacturing of medical device. So anything which is remodified or those kind of things, those also comes under manufacturer category.
So these are the responsibility which is defined here as a note 1, note 2, note 3.
Yes.
So also the responsibility of the manufacturer in terms of how to manufacture, how to distribute the product. So before going to manufacture, you need to understand about the post-marketing, pre-marketing, and pros and cons of the product. Okay. And whatever the activities being governed in the manufacturing of the medical device, like labeling, packaging, processing, assembling. So those activities need to be defined before going to set up the industry of the manufacture medical device.
So यहाँ पे एक interesting example मैं share करूँगा मुकेश। See, many time we have heard that many organization, okay, those wanted to import the product from outside world to India, okay, and they used to say we will relabel it, okay.
हाँ, ऐसे होते हैं, yes.
हाँ, but we don't want it to be nominated as a manufacturer, okay. But as per this definition, if आप relabeling भी कर रहे हो, if you are doing the relabeling also, that comes under definition of manufacturer, okay. We cannot like escape from there. So even for like relabeling activities also, we should be having the license as a manufacturer for the repackaging or relabeling activity. We cannot escape saying that, okay, we are not doing anything with the product. We are just labeling, even MRP also. If you are putting the MRP or opening the container or changing anything, that will also comes under manufacturer, because you will open the consignment or the product. Okay, means let's say IVD products है, okay, वहाँ पे एक आईवीडी प्रोडक्ट के अंदर कई सारे किट्स होते हैं, बफर हो गया और पॉजिटिव कंट्रोल, नेगेटिव कंट्रोल, ओके, रीजेंट्स हो गए. इफ यू आर ओपनिंग इट, opening the main container, okay, and inner carton, and you are just doing some changes, okay, like आपको रीलेबलिंग करना है, okay, means आप इंपोर्टर का नाम डालना चाहते हो वहाँ पे कंट्री में लाने के बाद, okay, that will also comes under manufacturing. That's why we will see a good activity where in IVDR. Okay, so what IVDR says, कि आपको जो इम्पोर्टर का नेम और वो सारी एक्टिविटी डालना है, अगर importer doing all these things, then that person is accountable for all those activities. Okay. Yeah, importer will has to verify each and everything if they are doing anything. Okay.
So most of the, I think, manufacturer doing this activity, what they do generally, दूसरे कंट्री से प्रोडक्ट मंगा रहे हैं और अपने यहाँ पे रीलेबलिंग कर रहे हैं और मार्केटेड बाय सम अदर कंपनीज, राइट? Manufactured by some other company, and this relabeling by some other manufacturer and marketed by some other company. So sometimes क्या होते हैं कि एक प्रोडक्ट को सेल एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करने के लिए, प्रोडक्ट को रीलॉन्च करने के लिए 2 और 3 एंटिटीज की जरूरत होती है, राइट? लोग कर भी रहे हैं ऐसे, मैंने देखा है बहुत सारे पास्ट एग्जांपल में.
Yeah, see, yes, exactly. That's the same thing you are saying here. Okay. An authorized representative, distributor or importer who only adds its own address and contact detail to the medical device or packaging without covering or changing the existing labeling. It is considered as a manufacturer. Okay. Own address and contact detail. Okay. Only own address and contact detail. Okay. So that and without changing the existing labeling. Okay, कुछ वहाँ पे स्पेस है, आपने कुछ ऐड कर दिया, then that will not be considered, should be
as a manufacturer.
Yes, sorry, then it is not considered as a manufacturer. See this one. Now, if any person who changes the intended use or modify a medical device without acting on behalf of original manufacturer, who makes it available for use under his name, should be considered the manufacturer of the modified. So यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? That person or organization changing the intended use of device. So then that person will be called as a manufacturer. कोई प्रोडक्ट मंगाया, हमने मॉडिफाई कर लिया हमारे कस्टमर के रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से, now we are selling it. Okay. Then we cannot.
In that case में कुलदीप क्या होगा कि जो modify करेगा, that he will be the ownership of that particular device, right? In that case.
Correct.
Let's say कि कुछ intended use का कुछ और है और उसके intended use को हमने थोड़ा सा customize करके modify किया है, ठीक है, और फिर हमने change किया है, तो then the real manufacturer will be the who are responsible for the change or customization, right?
Yes, correct. Yes.
So this is the very basic definition. Yeah. Please continue.
So let's move quickly about medical device.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe you can start, or you can take.
Yeah, I can start. So medical device, it's a very critical definitions to basic understand. So instrument, apparatus, implement, machine, appliances, implant, reagent for in vitro use, software, material, or the similar or related article intended by the manufacturer to be used alone or in combination for human beings for one or more specific medical purpose. It means either it can be alone or with the help of some other energy or some other help that can be used for the diagnosis of the human beings. Okay, for the prevention, monitoring, and treatment or alleviation of the disease, as considered as a medical device. Diagnosis, monitoring, treatment, alleviation, or compensation for any injury, that can be considered as a medical device. Investigation, replacement, modification, or support of anatomy for physiological purpose, that could be also considered as a medical device. Supporting for the sustaining of life, let's say some of the device which can support for sustaining of life, that could be also considered as a medical device. Control of conception, that is also as a medical device. Disinfection of a medical device, reagent which is used for the disinfection of a medical device, that reagent will be also considered as a medical device, right? Providing information by means of in vitro examination, a specimen derived from the human body, that is also considered as a medical device, right? So these are the basic definition of the medical device, I think.
Maybe quickly we can add some example here. Okay. So maybe diagnosis, prevention, monitoring. So diagnosis means X-ray machine हो गया. Prevention means something we are like
microscope हो गया, specimen under examination of the micro
Yes.
under the
Yeah.
anatomy,
Monitoring.
physiology,
Yeah,
modeling.
monitoring like ECG machine हो गया, या फिर आपका blood tracing डिवाइस हो गया, या even
और आप
thermometer.
जो
Okay.
रिएजेंट यूज कर रहे हो, जिस तरह का
Hmm.
रिएजेंट यूज कर रहे हो या
Yeah.
ड्रॉपर भी आप यूज कर रहे हो, प्लास्टिक के ड्रॉपर, दैट
Hmm.
कैन बी आल्सो कंसिडर्ड एज ए मेडिकल डिवाइस.
Yeah. Hmm. Even monitoring like thermometer. Thermometer is also a
थर्मामीटर हो
critical one.
गया, या
Yeah. So that
ऑक्सीजन
particular thing.
ऑक्सीजन ऑक्सीजन
Hmm.
मेजरमेंट के
Yes.
लिए जो होते हैं,
Yes.
ऑक्सीमीटर दैट इज कॉल्ड, राइट.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. Diagnosis, monitoring, treatment. That and for some.
ब्लड प्रेशर मशीन्स हो गए,
Yes.
राइट.
So
That can be.
whatever the products, okay, generally used, and see this one also. Generally, people leave this behind. Okay, control of conception. Okay, yeah. So these kind of medical device like जो भी आपका like pregnancy avoiding जो products हैं, okay, those also comes under means a device category. Okay, yeah.
आप एक और सबसे कुलदीप, इसमें एक और चीज है, सपोर्ट और सस्टेनिंग द लाइफ. तो
Yes.
आप इसमें ये कर सकते हैं, व्हील चेयर, राइट.
Correct. Wheelchair.
सपोर्टिंग, यस.
Yes.
And
Wheelchair हो गया, आपका
the
patient bed हो गया.
stick,
Okay.
yeah. And the stick, the old age people stick that is being used by the old age people, that
Yes.
is also considered under medical device. Even
Correct.
aspects what we are using right now, so that
Yes,
will
yes.
be
Those
under
also
medical
are under medical
device.
device at this moment. Even the mask or gloves. Okay. For
Mask
example,
or
if
gloves,
if it is oxygen mask, okay, where when it is used like
right.
single use kind of thing, okay, or
So
gloves.
supporting and
Yeah.
sustaining of life means multiple devices, peripheral devices, which is used to collect the vital information, or which is used to collect the information to sustain the life. Okay. So the like those kind of like hearing aids, right? That will come under the medical device, right?
Yes, correct. Maybe we'll discuss these more when we will be.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
separate,
So
yeah,
we'll go into
separately we will make one video on medical device, type of medical device,
and the classification also will add
yeah,
in that
yes,
video.
type of medical device,
Classification, yeah.
example or classification. So that will be a separate one.
और
So
या
probably,
कुलदीप, और हम लोग एक ऐसा भी करना चाहेंगे कि मेडिकल डिवाइस का हम लोग एक जो DCGI के अकॉर्डिंग क्या है, एज पर द इंडियन क्वालिटी सिस्टम रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से QSR के अकॉर्डिंग क्या है, USFDA के अकॉर्डिंग क्या है, UMDR के अकॉर्डिंग क्लासिफिकेशन क्या है, तो वो हम लोग एक सेपरेट सेशन करेंगे.
Correct.
Now the medical device family, group of medical device manufactured by or for the same organization and having the same basic and design and performance characteristic related to the safety, intended use and function. So those are called the medical device family. A group of medical device manufactured under the same manufacturer having the same intended use. Let's say कि हमने एक प्रोडक्ट बनाया, उसके सेम काइंड ऑफ प्रोडक्ट को हमने लार्ज नंबर ऑफ बैच में कन्वर्ट किया और सेम इंटेंडेड यूज हुए. तो एक हमारा वो लेट्स से कि हमारा IVD का प्रोडक्ट है, जैसे कोई किट बना रहे हैं, राइट. तो एक प्रोडक्ट फैमिली की बात हो रही है कि एक प्रोडक्ट फैमिली में जैसे IVD किट में हमारा और भी बहुत सारे हैं, प्रेगनेंसी किट है, डायग्नोसिस मलेरिया किट है. तो एक
जैसे कि एग्जांपल देते हैं यहाँ पे एक अच्छा था. फॉर एग्जांपल एक HIV टेस्ट, एक प्रोडक्ट फैमिली हो गया, ठीक है. अब उस HIV के टेस्ट के अंदर क्योंकि उसका इंटेंडेड यूज एक ही होगा, क्योंकि वो HIV के लिए टेस्ट करना है उसको, ठीक है. और बट इट कुड बी लाइक multiple products under that one product family, because that intention is to use for the testing of HIV diagnosis. Okay, so that all will be called as a one product family because that comes under HIV. Okay, one example will be like urine test kind of thing. Okay, so let's say we are having some urine testing products. Okay, so there may be like different kind of product under that. Okay, let's say प्रोटीन का एक हो गया, या आपका ग्लूकोज का हो गया और कीटोन का हो गया, बट ऑल दोज कमिंग अंडर वन टाइप ऑफ इंटेंडेड यूज लाइक टू डायग्नोज द यूरिन. ओके, देन दैट कुड बी अ वन प्रोडक्ट फैमिली. अगर लेट्स से हम लोग स्टेंट की बात करें, एक स्टेंट का मैंने कार्डियोवैस्कुलर प्रोडक्ट फैमिली बनाया. ओके, और स्टेंट मेरा एक ही पर्पज है कि बॉडी में डालना है टू सपोर्ट और सस्टेन द लाइफ. ओके, और टू रिमूव द ब्लॉकेज. ओके, और सपोर्ट. So those kind of thing, then that those kind of stand for one type of intended use, can be kept in one product family. Okay. फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक्सरे मशीन्स हो गया, एक टाइप का एक्सरे मशीन है मेरा, उनको मैं एक प्रोडक्ट फैमिली में रख दूंगा। लेट्स से मोबाइल एक्सरे मशीन है, फिक्स्ड एक्सरे मशीन है, तो उनको अलग अलग एक में कर दिया। तो ये होता है मेडिकल डिवाइस फैमिली एक्चुअली, है ना।
और एक चीज और भी है, अगर
हम्म
इंटेंडेड यूज सेम है, डिजाइन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक एंड परफॉर्मेंस सेफ्टी रिलेटेड सेम एक्टिविटी है, तो दैट डिवाइस विल बी कंसिडर्ड एज ए मेडिकल डिवाइस फैमिली।
हम्म
जो मैं एग्जांपल दे रहा था, जैसे कि मलेरिया किट हो गए, राइट,
हम्म
तो और प्रेगनेंसी किट हो गए, ठीक है,
हम्म
और आपका डिप, डिप, जो
हम्म
फीवर होता है, फीवर के भी टेस्ट होते हैं, राइट,
हम्म हम्म
stomachal fever, that is called, I think, the
हम्म,
exact name of that particular fever is,
या
that is
हम्म
also being tested by this IVD kit.
हम्म
So that
हम्म
comes under the same category of the medical device family,
हम्म।
right? So that I want to emphasize
So
here.
we have 10 minutes. So today we would
Yeah, so
like to
performance
complete.
evaluation right now.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay, go
so
ahead
the
quickly.
next,
Hmm.
yeah, you can continue. Yeah,
So what I was saying, we have 10 minutes left, so we'll try to complete the definition portion today. Okay.
yeah,
So
yeah,
performance evaluation means assessment and analysis of data, establish and verify the ability of an in vitro diagnostic medical device to achieve its intended use. So generally performance evaluation जो term यहाँ पे use किया है, that is for IB products or IVD products generally. Okay.
right.
Now, yeah, next is PMS, post-market surveillance, systemic approach to collect and analyze experience gained from the medical device that have been placed on the market. So it is like a pre-market, post-market, तो product release के बाद जो भी हमको data gain करना है from the market to know about the
The
experience
product
of
behavior.
customer. Yeah, after delivery, experience of customer. Okay, customer experience, that could be the complaint, feedback. Okay, so those kind of things comes under post-market surveillance activity. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
So
basically,
mm,
how product behave with the
mm,
users or end users,
mm,
that we need to collect the data and analyze the data, evaluate the data, and based on that, we need to update our information for our medical device. Yeah.
correct. The product, result of process. Okay, so whatever the like activity हमने run किया, then there will be something output of it. Okay, so that is the product.
Correct.
Mm. The software could also be a product from the medical device point of view, okay, because that
Yes.
also means result of a process, means we designing a software or then building a software. Okay, so that software also considered as a medical
Correct.
device. Okay.
Mm.
Let's move quickly to purchase the product. Yes, please. Mm.
Yeah, so purchase product provided by a party, outside organization, quality management system. So whatever you want to purchase the product for the medical device from the third party or the any vendor or the supplier. So we need to evaluate the supplier or vendor before going to purchase the product to just know the capability of the vendors, or is there any vendor is
Mm.
having the certification for ISO 13485, or what kind of certification is in ISO 9001. Based on that, manufacturer decided to purchase the product for their medical devices.
Correct.
So, correct.
Yeah.
And
So
risk,
risk.
this is
Mm.
a very common, very common and critical activity risk. The combination of the probability of occurrence of harm and severity of that harm, that is
Mm.
called the risk. The combination of probability of occurrence of harm and the severity of that particular harm is called the risk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can say
Risk
like,
management.
yeah, so we can say occurrence into severity. Okay, means combination of occurrence and severity of harm.
Yes, severity of. We'll
So
discuss
now,
more detail in risk ISO 14971. Okay,
correct.
so just we'll complete the definitions. So
Mm.
risk management, basically how to manage the risk in your design concept or your planning concept of the medical device. Here it is defined: the systematic application of management policies, procedure, practices to task of analyzing, the evaluating, or controlling and monitoring the risk. So basically, risk management is comprises of all the people, process, and related to your procedures, whether it is related to the your financial or management related risk. So those risks need to be updated in your risk management file and risk management report, right? So how to
Yeah,
manage the risk related to your product, design development, or your process or policies, or your management related activities, right?
correct. So sterile barrier system, the minimum package that prevents ingress of microorganism and allows aseptic presentation of the product at point of use. So it is something like a sterile barrier system. We can say like some barrier is uh, provided there. Okay, when the product is being used. Generally, it comes under hospital or there. So as a sterile barrier system, they are providing it. Okay. So I'm little bit quick here. So just to is at least we can complete the definition part. So definition is a sterile medical device. So medical device intended to meet the requirement of sterility. So means because if any product we don't want to be contaminated after manufacturing because it is either will be used by user or patient or if it is implemented like a implantable kind of devices because those can may contaminate the user health. Okay, so that's why those kind of devices are called sterile. Sterile means absence of living organism. Okay,
Yeah.
so those kind of
So
device
we can take the
comes under.
example of the sterile medical device
Mm,
like the sutures first of all. So that is the ethylene oxide autoclavable.
mm.
That's sutures absorbable, non-absorbable sutures will be the sterile medical device. Many other examples are there here to
Correct.
discuss.
So we have 3 minutes more left before moving to the next clause. However, because I wanted to start these clauses from the next session or next episode, okay? But before that, let's give some glimpse of like the like standard. Okay, so this is just a summary, Mukesh. Okay, so like we
Yeah,
were
yeah,
discussing about the definition here. Actually, what I want to say, what is the structure of this standard, and it
yeah.
governed through the PDCA cycle, plan, do, check. Act. Okay,
Yeah, it's
so
a very good
something, yeah,
description. I think you have
mm,
very well described the plan to check act cycle.
yes,
So this is always being recalled during these activities
mm,
in ISO 13485 or some other activities like if any kind of problem identified in your process or any NC identified in your process. So how to improve the process. So this always keep in mind a plan to check act cycle. So this is the best example to perform the task, to identify the task, and how to improve the task, and continual improvement is the best example of this plan to check act cycle. Yeah,
yes. Okay, so means which clause or which sections coming under which section of that PDCA cycle. So this
right.
picture elaborates that. Okay,
Yeah, so
so
plan basically,
mm,
I think you have added a quality management system. Yeah, management responsibility resource, that is plan. Okay,
yeah,
right, right.
yeah. So we will be discussing these activities in detail when we will discuss these clauses 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in detail. So we'll discuss all these. And in coming video, we will be discussing this part also. Like although like it is just a detailed one. Okay. Uh, what are the clauses in the plan and do and check and act and how actually those are cross-linked with each other. Okay. So these like this is just a summary what actually we are going to discuss in our upcoming videos. Yes. So we will end up here. So thanks
Yeah,
for
Kuldeep.
watching this video. Thank you, Mukesh, for joining here. And
Thanks,
I
Kuldeep.
would like to say or request all the viewers, please like and subscribe and share your comments. If you want, if you are having any questions, please you can write up as a comment. We will reply over there. Yes, Mukesh, over to you.
Yeah, I think this is good. So we can continue to the next next video.